All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim who are pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. So Brother Quanah Watts from the Arizona Great Millstone Camp come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will. It is straight to the point. All right, and here you go, man. Right? As it says in Habakkuk 2 and 3, right? The vision is yet for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak, right? And this particular vision, right, that I, ultimately want to speak on in this lesson, right, is the prophecy, right? Because vision, when you go into that word vision in Habakkuk 2 and verse 3, right, in the Hebrew, it goes back to prophecy, right? The prophecy, right, of, again, speaking of, in particular this video, right, the prophecy of persecution, right? Because we understand that is, again, biblical, right? It just says, our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai was persecuted, right? We're going to be persecuted as well, right? The servant is not greater than his master, which we're ultimately going to grab, right? But I want to touch on this article real quick. This is on the peoplesvoice.tv. It says Democrats propose police fact-checking units to target conspiracy theorists or spreading misinformation, or conspiracy theorists spreading misinformation, right? Which we understand that Esau Edom has basically deemed the truth, right, as misinformation or disinformation or, hate and whatnot. All these different titles he has given the truth, right, other than exactly what it is, truth, because ultimately what it does is it cuts this damn devil's theology. It cuts his, his NWO, right, and his reasoning, right, and ultimately reveals who he is, man, right? He being the son of perdition, which again is prophecy, right? That he will be revealed in the end, Jeremiah 49:10, right? The Lord has ultimately uncovered this damn devil, and now, right, he is made known unto the world exactly who he is and what his agenda is, man. It says Democrats are calling for stronger powers for fact checkers to combat the spread of so-called misinformation. This initiative is backed by controversial law enforcement group known as Lexipol, which aims to create police-run fact-checking units, man. Right, and we understand that this is something that's been, heavily pushed, because over there in the UK, right, if you ultimately, pray out in public, or you post any of your opinion, right, on any kind of social media site, what happens, right? They'll come, if they deem it as, again, disinformation, misinformation, or hate, right? They're gonna come and arrest you, man. Right? Again, that's going on over there in the UK, which is ultimately a foreshadow of things that are going to come upon the whole world, right? It says these units will be tasked with censoring misinformation in real time and punishing those deemed responsible for spreading it. If you thought Snopes were bad, wait until you are being fact-checked by the police, right? It says Lexipol, a company that works with police departments in 35 states across the U.S., is suggesting that law enforcement set up misinformation, disinformation units. These units will be tasked with tackling information deemed false by the authorities and granted powers to monitor and arrest those who share the misinformation or share the information, right? So this is what's coming, right? Again, a lot of what Esau has deemed to be, disinformation or misinformation is really the truth, man, right? The fact that this damn devil is ultimately being brought down, right? The fact that this damn devil is setting up an NWO, right, around these, 15-minute cities and whatnot, right? He's setting up a 15-minute city Slack you, man. Jake out here fucking bumping his music loud as shit. I ultimately wanted to close the window on that, but nonetheless, right? Again, you got Esau setting up these 15-minute cities, and he's having these events basically happen, right? That will allow him to set up these 15-minute cities, man, such as the train derailments, such as that fire that happened in what is that? Not Honolulu, not Maui, but Lahaina, I think it what it is over there near in in the islands of Hawaii, right? They had that fire, and immediately after that fire, they said they were talking about 15-minute cities. Well, guess what, right? They found, lithium over there, lithium deposits over there in North Carolina, right? And they ultimately, last year around, December, right? They were ultimately talking about setting up 15-minute cities. Well, how, and there's no such thing as coincidence, but for lack of, terminology, or how coincidental, right? Quotations, how coincidental, right? That all of a sudden there was a climate event, right? That ultimately tore up, right? That exact area where that lithium deposits were, right? And now Esau's talking about, building those 15-minute cities, which again, a year prior, he was talking about setting up those 15-minute cities in that area, man. So it's, again, right, you speaking on these different things that are happening and what Esau's doing. Again, he deems it misinformation or disinformation. Again, this is all truth, right? So we know that those who are out here speaking the truth, which begin with, the prophets of Yahweh Bashmi Shai, right, speaking nothing but the truth, preaching this gospel, preaching Esau Edom in his downfall, man, right? Because that's another factor that Esau Edom ultimately wants shut up, right? The fact that he is being brought down, right? What is that, Job 15:21, right? Let's actually grab that real quick. With that, Job chapter 15 and verse 21, it says, a dreadful sound is in his ears. This word being spoken is a dreadful sound in his ears, right? It says, in prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him, right, man? And Esau Edom, right, is in his heaven, man. He has been in his heaven, right? And the destroyer, yet, which is Yahweh Shai, is coming for him. And again, this is what we're preaching, right? This is what Esau Edom, right, ultimately doesn't want being pushed out there. Why? Because he knows that, right, he's had all his scholars come out and basically, find evidence that the scriptures are 100% true. All the history, right, that's in the Bible, it's 100% true, right? So Esau Edom is seeing the prophets of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah being rose up again, and he understands the history that every time that the prophets rose up, right, they do what? Jeremiah 28:8, they prophesy, of war, evil, and pestilence, man, right, and the downfall of that current rulership, right? So Esau sees his time coming to an end, and this is why he's, starting to, have more rhetoric and dialogue surrounding, chaos, right? More dialogue and rhetoric surrounding, right, persecution, as we're seeing, again, deeming those who actually speak the truth, right, enemies, right, against his NWO, right? This is why, the Hebrew Israelites, right, which they call as black Hebrew Israelites, which are not black, right? Black is, basically is synonymous with evil or bad, right? We're not evil, we're not bad, man. We speak the truth, which is good, right? We're for Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, the true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? The true God of the Bible, man. We're for righteousness, but this world is established in evil, right? So that way, in Esau Edom's, world, right, we're ultimately technically bad, man. I'll keep reading. It says, the recent article on police1.com, a site for law enforcement professionals, posed the question, are you ready for the battle against disinformation? Given that Lexapol works with over 8,000 police agencies across the country, this question carries a lot of weight. It says the article cites January 6th as an example of misinformation that could have been spread in advance by police with fact-checking powers, right? I'm not going to read. Actually, no, I'll read it. It says, for example, the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol was fueled by widespread disinformation and misinformation about election fraud, leading to unprecedented violence and overwhelming police operations at the Capitol, which again, right, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? We know that Esau Edom was the one that ultimately condoned this, man. They knew that there was going to be a riot at the Capitol, and they allowed for, right, the certain guards and Secret Service and military members to not be there, because when they ultimately kicked open, the White House, what happened? There was nobody in there. No official was in there, right? When they stormed the Capitol, right, there was nobody in the actual building, man. Which means, again, they knew that was coming, and they were able to evacuate, right, and allow this to ultimately show up. And what happened? Hey, Trump was talking about those people need to go home, right, and whatnot. So this is all a part of their agenda, man, right? We see anytime we speak about those things, which is true, all the evidence is there, all the videos and against articles and whatnot, right, proving, right, that this was an inside job are all there. But see, again, Esau doesn't want the masses to know, right, what he's doing. Right, this is why he's, as the scriptures say, Revelations 12:12, You know, he's going to come down having great wrath because he know he hath but a short time, because the truth is out there, right? It says some officers were even perceived as sympathetic to the rioters, further eroding public confidence in law enforcement impartially. It says the proposal goes beyond just identifying misinformation. Lexipol wants police to work with tech companies and community organizations, including the Anti-Defamation League, to create systems that can spot harmful content in real time. That's right, man. Right, which they're already starting to implement, right? AI, right? So all they have to do is basically set up an algorithm, right? And it'll catch you already, which they're doing, right, with YouTube and other different, platforms, right, where videos get shut down because they set up certain algorithms, right? So you're not allowed to say certain things and whatnot, right? They already have those things in place, and now they're ultimately what they're gonna do is just gonna, basically ramp it up, and then they're gonna start actually physically rounding those people up, man, right? It says content deemed harmful will be immediately censored, and the social media user will be dealt with by the police. There you go, right? This obviously raises serious concerns about the potential for government and tech companies to collaborate in ways that could infringe on free speech and liberty, which there's no more, free speech, man. No such thing as free speech, right? It says the company recommends that police create units specifically designed to find and fact check false information, as well as develop counter narratives to push back against misleading claims, right? It says this approach raises important questions about how far law enforcement should go in monitoring speech and whether it might lead to more censorship, which it is, right? Which ultimately, again, is the famine of the word, right? As Esau, upgrades his task force when dealing with the misinformation, all it's going to do is, lead to the prophecy of Amos 8:11. And I'll grab that real quick. And we're kind of done with that article anyways, but got a couple more precepts. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11, right? It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now again, how is he going to do that? Right? He's going to do it by way of censoring these platforms, and or, right, it could be both, right? Him setting up some type of false flag event that will shut down the grid, right? And he can very well use that, that the shutting down of the grid or the chaos that's ultimately going to come, right? Because we understand that the tomorrow is ultimately going to be, the deciding factor of who's going to become president, and it very well could be chaos that springs forth from this situation, right? So we could use the guise of that darkness, right, or the chaos to come and get and round up the men of the Lord, not only to shut off the social media sites, right, as he's already doing, right? He's starting to, over there in Brazil, they basically kicked X, right, which is formerly known as Twitter, out off of the whole country, man. Nobody can use it no more, man, right? Because of them, the free speech that, they're saying Elon Musk, allows on Twitter, right? Reinstating, certain, officials and whatnot, right? Because of their, their rhetoric, right? The reason why they were ultimately taken off that platform, or their dialogue and things that they said, but now he reinstated them, right? So they're saying, no, we don't want that, right? We don't want the disinformation, misinformation, right? So a lot of these countries are already on board with that, So again, right, they're gonna either, super censor the, the internet, right? Make it where brothers' videos are going to continue to be put down, or immediately, right, as it says, in real time. So as soon as brothers post it, it immediately comes down, making it to where no videos are going to be put up, right? And or, right, come in and grab and hem those men up, which again is persecution, right? It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. That's right, man. You're not going to find it. Why? Because the men, right? Because that's really Jacob's trouble, right? Yahweh Shemel Shai is not going to have the men, right, out there, in the time of Jacob's trouble, basically speaking this truth while all hell is breaking loose. No, man. Right at that point, Yahweh Shemel Shai is, ultimately going to be protecting them, man, from the hell that is coming, right? This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Right, man. Because again, Esau is going to use, right? He's saying, oh, well, they just keep posting videos. They just keep, it's misinformation after misinformation after misinformation, right? So eventually they're going to do what? They're going to come and round up, right, those that are speaking this misinformation, you know, at some point, whether it be before or during the chaos, man. You know, they might let the misinformation keep going, right, until it creates the chaos, and then come and get the men of the Lord, the ones that were creating that, right, as they see, as they deem, right, the ones that created it, you know, and created the chaos and whatnot. You know, they might blame it, right? You might see the men of the Lord's face, right, saying these are the ones that were doing it. These are the ones that were spreading that the misinformation that caused the chaos or caused this or caused that, you know. And now you got people, giving up, right, the men of the Lord, right? You're gonna have family members. This is why scriptures are, and Lord's been having it brought out lately that the Lord is gonna send, that variance, right? A man against his father, right? The mother, the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and whatnot, right? Which is, again, it's prophecy, right? We're in the time, and we've always been in the time of prophecy, but these prophecies that brothers are bringing out, they're happening right before our eyes, man, right? Just showing you we're in the end of the end, It says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried, right? And it is going to be a trial of our faith, right? Being thrown into, FEMA camps, if that be our lot, right? Those that are, Esau rolls upon, right? It's going to be a trial of our faith, man. But we have to stand 10 toes, right? For Yahweh Shem Shai, man, no matter what, right? We have many accounts, right? As it says in Job 8:8, right? To search out, our forefathers, right? The accounts of our forefathers and what they went through, and how they stayed faithful to Yahweh Shem Shai. Right, it says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. That number 10, right, is going into a number of completion. So it could be a week, could be 2 days, could be 2 months, right? We don't know, man. Right? We understand that, Esau at some point right here soon is going to come round up the men. Again, whether that be before, right, that chaos springs forth, or whether it be during, right, the chaos, man. We don't know, right? We know in part, we prophesy in part. We know that it's coming, man. Right? We don't know exactly when it's gonna come down. Right, at this point, it's just speculation, man. But those speculations aren't far-fetched, right? It says, be thou faithful unto death, right? Remain faithful to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. At all times, it says, and I will give thee a crown of life, meaning you're going to get the victory, right? It's through our faith in Yahweh Shem Shai that's ultimately going to get us out of here, man. Because Esau is going to come down as prophecy, right? I want to grab this, and we'll probably close out, right? This is St. John chapter 15. And verse 18, it says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. It says, if you were of the world, and it's really because we speak this truth, right? Apostle Paul even said, do I therefore become your enemy because I speak the truth? And that's really a hypothetical question, because the answer is yes. We are enemies of this world because we speak the truth, because the world is established in wickedness, lies, deceit, right? We're contrary to the world through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man, right? So, of course, man, right? It says, if you were of the world would love his own. So we're not like these people, man. Right? What does it say? They think it's strange that you run not with them, right? To excess of rioting and drunkenness and whatnot. We're not like these people, man. They think we're weird, right? Which is a good thing. We don't want to be like these people, man. Right? It says, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Right, man? Right? We're not okay with the lies and the bullshit. We're not okay with the oppression. So again, the world doesn't like us, man, right? We point out things that people are like, nah, man, you're constantly negative. No, it's the truth, man, right? We're constantly positive, man, bringing out the truth and talking about the truth and talking about the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai and how that's going to be for those that truly believe of the nation of Israel, man, right? Which will be the elect in this time. That's optimistic. These people in the world are pessimistic, man, right? But see, these people are blind. They don't know that, right? It says, verse 20 says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. So this persecution is coming, man. Right? Just remember to remain faithful in Yahweh Shem Shai, and we're going to make it to the end, Lord will. Right? It says, if they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake. So because we speak the truth, man. Right? We preach Yahweh Shai, preach Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and deliverance for the elect of the nation of Israel, and destruction of the wicked, man. Right? It says, because they know not him that sent me. That's right, man. So, hey, persecution is around the corner, man. Just continue to remain faithful, to Yahweh Bashim El Shah, man. And as Elder Yashawamba says, right from the Dallas camp, man, that faith provokes miracles, man. So as long as we remain faithful in Yahweh Bashim El Shah, a Lord will, even if that means, that our lives got to be taken in hell. The Lord said that not everybody is ultimately going to perish, man. Some their heads not gonna, that hair on their head is gonna be touched, right? Roughly paraphrasing, man. So the Lord's gonna be doing miracles for brothers, man, right? And those that ultimately were beheaded, right, or get beheaded for Yahweh Bashim El Shah's sake, really are example of faith, right, for those that are alive and remain, man, that go through these trials and tribulations, man. But nonetheless, Yahweh Bashim El Shah gonna come through for all of us, man. Right, Lord will be of that number, man. So keep praying, keep watching, right? Keep the faith in Yahweh Bashim El Shah, man. Right, continue to pray for one another, right? Continue to, and continue to throw them prayers up, man, all day, every day, as much as you can, So with that, Lord wills, edifying, Lord, straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad to the next time. Let's say shalom.